Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Foreclosure Help 777, where we talk about everything foreclosure related. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. It helps me and it helps others as well. And today's topic is something a lot of people have been asking about in foreclosure defense, and that is depositions that the other side will try to take on you. So let's get started in the depositions and what it all means. Oh, before we start, we're going to do something a little different, and that's this. Because God is so powerful in helping us with our foreclosures, we're going to do a verse of the day. And this one is Matthew 7:8. And it says, "For everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks it will be opened." So just keep that in mind when you're fighting the banks. Have God on your side. Keep everything in prayer. And He will help you with your case, as He did me. Okay, so this is the topic, foreclosure depositions, how to survive and not lose your case. A deposition is not where you win your case. It is where most people accidentally lose it. So a deposition is taken under oath. It is recorded. It can be used in court later. And this makes a lot of people afraid. So what a deposition actually is in plain English, let's keep it simple, guys. The opposing lawyer asks questions. No judge is present. Everything is transcribed like a court reporter would do. Your answers are evidence that they will use. Think of it as the other side trying to lock your story in permanently. What they are really trying to do. What are they trying to do? They're trying to lock in your testimony, find inconsistencies, get admissions, make you talk too much. This is where you connect to the real strategy, guys. So let's talk about that a little bit. The 5 rules that will save you. Rule number 1, answer only the question asked. Rule number 2, keep your answers short. Rule number 3, never guess. Rule number 4, don't volunteer information ever. Rule number 5, silence is okay. Remember, the more you talk, the more you help the other side. So, the biggest traps, okay? Trap number 1, you signed something, didn't you? They want any admission. Trap number 2, you made payments, correct? They want ratification. Trap number 3, you're just trying not to pay. They want motive. Trap number 4, who forged it? They want speculation. And number 6 here, show bad answer versus good answer. Let's talk about that, because a lot of people need to be coached before doing depositions. Here's an example where they say, you made payments, right? A bad answer would be, yes, but I didn't know. They told me, and you go off rambling. A good answer would be, yes, before I became aware of the issue. Objections. Keep this simple too, and pro se friendly. Only these. You can say objection relevance, objection vague, objection calls for speculation. Then explain. You usually still have to answer unless instructed otherwise. What you are allowed to do, most people don't know this, but they can take their time before answering. Ask for a question to be repeated. You can say, I don't know. You can say, I don't recall. So keep those in your back pockets. Preparation strategy. This is your secret weapon, guys. You already know the questions ahead of time. Go through your discovery responses. When they submitted discovery to you, and you had to answer that discovery, that's what they're going to ask when they do a deposition. So go through your complaint, go through the answers that will probably be used. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be controlled. Here's a mock deposition. Okay, I'm going to show you the difference between how most people answer and what you should answer. Part 1, bad deposition. The attorney's going to say, Mr. John Doe, you made payments on this loan, correct? John Doe, here's a bad answer. Yes, I did, but I really didn't understand what was going on at the time, and they told me everything was fine, and I just trusted them, and okay. That's bad, guys. Attorney, so you believe the loan was valid? John Doe, here's a bad answer. Well, I mean, I guess at the time I did, but not really because I don't know everything. It's not a good answer, guys. Attorney says, but you made payments anyway? John Doe says, yes, but like I said, okay, case damage just happened. Now, here's the good deposition. Attorney says, Mr. Joe, you made payments on this loan, correct? John, here's a good answer, yes. Attorney says, so you believe the loan was valid? I made payments before I became aware of issues with the deed of trust. Okay. Attorney says, what issues? Issues with execution and authorization. And then stop. So here's your teaching moment, guys. Notice what he didn't do. He didn't explain, he didn't ramble, he didn't help the other side. So the attorney's going to say, who forged your signature? Bad answer. I think it might have been someone at the company, maybe the notary. No way. A good answer. I do not know the specific individual. Okay, so attorney says, Miss Doe, did you sign the deed of trust? Bad answer. No, I don't think so. I don't remember signing anything like that. And a good answer is just say no. Let that land. So the difference between winning and losing your case is not what you know, it's how much you say it. Should you depose them? What about the cost? Is this something that people really care about? Let's look at the cost for something like this. The appearance fee is somewhere between $75 and $150, $3 to $6 per page transcript. Total estimate between $300 and $800 per deposition. If you want to depose them, you'll have to pay that out of pocket. And just so you know, when they depose you, they have to pay it out of pocket. So there's nothing wrong with that. Let them pay it. Also, a good website to read about depositions that were done against the banks is located here at this website, stopforeclosurefraud.com/depositions. And here you will find a treasure trove of depositions from different banks. As you can see, let's just kind of go down this list so you guys can see some of these. Deposition of all these different ones. Full deposition of Michelle Solander, Executive Vice President of Countrywide Home Loans. Has a stamp endorsement. Well, that's a good one, guys. I actually use that in my own case. But let's go through these real quick so you can see some of these. David Stern and Fannie Mae, that's a good one. Litton Loan Servicing, Select Portfolio, Bank of New York, Deutsche Bank, Lender Processing Services, LPS. See, all these are right here for you guys to look at and read through so you get an idea of these depositions. Let's look at something real quick that I know you guys will be interested in looking at. Here is a copy of the promissory note that was in my foreclosure case. And you can see it's stamped by the same party we were just talking about, Michelle Solander. Okay, and in my case, I was able to use this deposition as evidence. Let's take a look. And you can see this is the deposition of Michelle Solander right here. And you can see how the deposition has questions and answers like this. And they're all numbered. Just kind of let you see some of this, guys. She basically admitted that they didn't really, they robo-stamped everything is what they did. Right here is the interesting part that she admits to. And it's saying here, question, so if a copy is made of a note that you got from Recon Trust, it doesn't have an endorsement. Is that what you're saying? Answer, from our bank it does. In our imaging system, it does not. The note is imaged prior to an endorsement. In 2007, the note is imaged prior to an endorsement being placed on the note. So if you look in our image system, you wouldn't see the chain of title of endorsement. And the question next is, and where would you see that? Answer, on the original note, which is where, in this case, it was Fannie Mae Vault in Simi Valley, California. Okay, so what they're saying here is that the notes are scanned into the computer system before they're actually endorsed, and then when they need to foreclose, they just print it out and stamp it. That's what they did in my case. Okay, guys, that does it for this week's presentation. I hope this was informational and helpful. If you're going through foreclosure and they want to depose you, you know you got to prepare ahead of time so that you give them the answers that they don't need to use against you. And read the other depositions on the website so you can see what kind of information you might even be able to use in your own case. And I hope everyone has a blessed day.